What's up, guys? What's going on? It's your boy here, Ryan. RhyBeats. How's everybody doing? Today we're gonna be talking more about the heat press and the tools that I use for the heat press. I don't do a lot of heat press designs or heat pressing projects. I do a lot of the screen printing stuff, but I have a heat press. I do heat press some things from time to time. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about that real quick. Before we get started, I'm gonna show you guys the heat press that I use. This is a heat press nation press. It's a 16 by 20. It does have a slide out drawer, as you guys can see. It's very handy, so when you slide it out, you can get your design squared away, or you can, you know, peel it off or whatever it is, and it keeps it away from the heating element. All right, so this also has a auto release. You see the big magnet here. It's nice, so you know that when it does go off, it pops off, and you know you're not burning your shirt. The only thing is that the heat press nation one, especially this one with the auto release, it pops off really aggressive. So if you have stuff on the shelf, or if this thing is not bolted down and is wobbly, it's gonna mess everything up or fall on you, or stuff will fall over. But yeah, I usually just assist it going up. Right now I have it turned on. We're waiting for it to heat up to 332 degrees. We're almost there. All right, so now let me show you guys the tools that I use for the heat press. All right, so first things first, you must have is definitely a pillow. If you're doing like a garment that has zippers or buttons or whatsoever, having a pillow really helps. Yeah, so definitely get a pillow. Get different sizes. I think I got a couple of different sizes, but I think this one's like a 14 by 14 or something like that. I can't remember. This is the logo. It helps you align your pocket logos. So what you do is, what I like to do is, I like to get it on center, just like right about there. And I know that I have to go at least 3 or 4 inches down, and right where the collar is. So I'll kind of mark it right there, so you can see that mark. So I'll kind of put the logo here centered. So if your logo is a circle, just put it centered line right there, and that's it. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, so this is a tool, so you can place your design accordingly. Same thing with this one. This is called a T-square it. How this works is you have to just find how. Okay, so how this works is you find your center. Let's say you want to find it here. So these arrows, it has 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, and so forth, and both are the same side. So what you need to do, you need to line up your center. So what I like to do is try to find the center line. Now, if you look at the color here, see it's touching here. This is 2.5, and this is 2.5. So if it's even on both sides, that means you already found the center. Okay. The next thing you gotta do is, let's move this aside so we can get more room. So what you need to do now is get the horizontal, put it in this little groove here. It slides up and down. Now we need to find the horizontal. So again, there's numbers here from centimeters 1 to 27, or inches 1 to 12. Same thing on this side. So what we need to do is find the center mark, right? So right now, the shirt right now is landing on 25. So it's about 25 like that. So make sure it's the same on the other side. So as you can see, it's about the same. It's about the same. So we found our center, correct? All you gotta do now is how far you want to go down. Good rule of thumb is about 3 to 3.5 inches from the neckline. So it's about 4 fingers. So if I do this, we're right here at 3 inches. So I'd start the design as far as the artwork. Start from here and work our way down. So you got a good placement, you found your center point, and that's how you use this item. All right, so right now we're just waiting for this thing to heat up so we can press it. So as far as the artwork, we're gonna be pressing this one. It's the Predator artwork. I got this from the Philippines from my cousin. If you guys were following me, I went to the Philippines a few weeks ago on vacation, and he has a print shop there. And I told him to print me out something just to press here in the States. But before we do that, it seems like their vinyl there is a little different. So yeah, their vinyl seems a little bit thicker than what we have here. So we're gonna compare it. Alright, so I got some vinyl here that we can compare as far as the size. Alright, so what we're gonna be using is this caliper. I've had this for decades. I used to use this for my drafting days. I used to do mechanical stuff. So what this does, so you turn it on. Let's go reset. So this measures in inches and millimeters. You guys can see that. Right now is in inches, and that's in millimeters. We're gonna measure it in millimeters. So if you move this out, you can see it's changing. You can find out what the thickness is of something, or what the inside diameter of something else. Okay. So for instance, let's talk about this. Let's find out the thickness. So right now, that says it is 18.43 inches thick, and we can find out the inside diameter of it by doing this. There we go. So the inside diameter of that is 76.07 millimeters. But anyways, you guys get the idea. Let's go ahead and put it back to zero it out. Alright, so well, let's go ahead and measure the ones we get here. So the thickness of this is 0.24. I think you guys can see that. 0.24 millimeters. Okay. Now let's check this one. Make sure I get it. Oh, it's about the same. This one says 0.25. Slightly thicker. Well, it's about the same actually. Slightly thicker. It's like 0.01. So I would say it's about the same. Yeah, so it feels a little thicker to me. So yeah, it's the same. All right, it's beeping. That means it's ready. Let's go ahead and silence it real quick. Now, right now, okay, so right now it's reading 334 degrees Fahrenheit, right? I forgot the other tool that you guys should get is a laser temp gun, because what you have on the reading here is not really what's on the press. So what we're gonna do is turn this thing on, change it to Fahrenheit. So you wanna shoot the center. Right now it says it's 336.5. Okay, let's shoot the corner here. 340. Another corner here. 335. The bottom corner is 312. What over here? Let's get closer. Alright, so this one's about 310, 316. Let's over here again. Alright, so let's go back in the center. The center says it is 333.5. Okay. So, like I said, even if it says the temp that you want on here, doesn't necessarily has the same temp on the heating element here. So get yourself a temp gun, a laser temp gun, and dial in those temperatures correctly. Okay. All right. So since it's ready, let's go ahead and press it. I actually have a it's like this thing, this little, I don't know, elastic thing, but it has a Teflon sheet that you put over this. I took it off because I wasn't getting the a good reading on my my temp gun, so I took it off. Alright, so let's go line this up. Let's go ahead and put the shirt in. This is actually a Gildan dry blend. I think it's the 8000. That's about good. That's good right there. Let's go ahead and put it in. Let's pre-press it. So just for a couple of seconds, just to get the moisture out of the shirt. And that helps you, it flattens it out. Oh, can't get this pulled out. Alright. Now let's line up the design. Let's find our center. Again, we're gonna be using the T-square it. Let's line up the seams. We kind of have an idea where our center is, so we're gonna put our arrows there where the seam is. Just get a general idea. So now I'm off. I'm a little off here. So here's 3, and line 3 is right here. So I'm a little off. So I'm gonna move it to the side until we get a good point. Now look, we got 3.5 here pointing at the seam, 3.5 here pointing at the seam. So we found out where our center point here. Now let's just find our angle, make sure it's correct by using the horizontal piece here. Let's get our shirt, make sure it's centered. So right now on my left side it says 23, on this side is 27, so we're gonna have to move this T-square so it's even on both sides. 25 here, 25, so it's pretty even. Now let's check the top first. So that moved, so we're gonna have to move it again. That's about right. Okay, good. 25 on this side, it's 25 on this side. So now we found our center point. What we're gonna do now is fold this design. So let's just find the center on this design by folding it a little bit. So what I like to do is I like to crease the top, crease the bottom. Okay, so we find our center point. So what we want to do is about 3-4 fingers down. So it's about 3 inches here, 3.5. So what I like to do is just get our center right there. Make sure we're all lined up here. And I like to hold this down here while I get this T-square out. Just take another look at it, make sure it's straight. Get our Teflon sheet. Alright. Got this going for 25 seconds. Alright guys, so this is a cold peel. Let's let it cool down a little bit. Put this on the cold table. Let's let it cool down just a little bit. Alright, it should be cool enough, so let's go ahead and peel this thing. Man, that looks good. Very nice vinyl. I'm not sure what this vinyl is as far as the brand, but it looks great. I mean, he uses it a lot, so I'm sure it's working out for him. What I like to see on vinyl is when you look at the vinyl, you can see that it's grabbing onto the actual fibers of the shirt. That's when you know it's on. But yep, that's it. Alright guys, so that's it for this episode. It's just me answering the questions on what heat press I use, what tools I use, and how to use the tools. Yeah, so invest in those tools, guys. Will definitely help you in the long run, and will definitely make your quality of your shirts more consistent and much better. Alright, well that's it guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out.